All right. Howdy, partners. Welcome to a podcast. I am your host, Flip Dace, with my co host, Jack of All Trades. I wanted to try something a little bit different, apart from the commentary, the gaming, those sorts of things. And I do kind of want to do a podcast because I kind of ramble on like a fucking baboon for a long period of time when I talk about things. So I figured this might be cool, might be interesting, and see where it goes. Whatever. Anyways, um, I'm just gonna kick it off by saying, Jack, I heard you started playing Subnautica Below Zero recently, and now I want to know what's that like.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I beat Subnautica, the original version, a couple times, and the Below Zero version came out on Game Pass, and I thought, hey, let me give it a try. Um, and so far, I'm liking it. I'm liking the graphics. I realize it's a little bit more story based than the last game. Um, the last game was more like mysterious, but I think I'm liking it. That's a little bit more story based. Gives a little bit more depth into it. Have you played it?
Yeah, I finished it. I actually had it pre-ordered. Um, and I was surprised that it was only going for like $30, but I picked it up and I did like it, but I kind of felt disappointed that I beat it in around 12 hours, whereas the OG
Hmm.
Subnautica, I beat it in like I think it was like 28 or something like that.
Yeah, it took forever on so.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I liked the story, but the thing was that I felt like it kept dipping off into too many different stories because you had the sister, you had Alan, you
Hmm.
had all this, the precursors, whatever. Um,
Yeah.
you had all this. I don't know. You had Margaret and whatnot, and I felt like she got dropped off way too short. I thought she was going to
Hmm.
be a more in-depth character. I guess not. It's fine. It's whatever. But for the game to really be more focused around Alan than finding the sister,
Hmm.
that's okay. I'm not I'm not upset about that, but the fact that it's it kind of just came out of the blue, it didn't really make sense. It was more like an abrupt start, and then at the end where you
Hmm.
get to the precursor homeworld, it feels like an
Yeah.
abrupt end. Like it just ends.
Hmm.
And I
Well,
think
they,
no, you can go.
I
It's
guess
fine.
they did. Okay, thanks. I guess they did that kind of like as like a jumping off point for the next game. So the next game maybe we'll start um there, hopefully. Uh,
So you think
but
there's going to be a third game?
hopefully I honestly think there would be. There still is a relatively active fan base for it. Um, and I hope that the developers for this game would uh try to do something new with it. Maybe
Maybe what? You good? Hello? Oh, well, it seems we have it seems we've lost Jack of all trades. Hold on. I'm gonna get it back in here. Give it 1 second.
and
There you are.
okay,
Yeah,
my
you
bad.
you just
My
it
internet's
looks like yeah, it looks like you left for a second. But you said you think the developers are what?
I think developers should make not let's see. Well, how am I supposed to try to how am I try to word this? I think they should try to take it off into a different direction. Um, and say we stayed on this planet for the last two games, and I know we're heading into a different like universe place part where the architects are, and I think that that would probably be a good area for us to just have a whole new storyline with nothing to do with the Aurora and having more to do with finding a sister and like just have like leaving everything.
I guess that's fair, but then it wouldn't really be Subnautica unless it was underwater. Now, would it?
Yeah,
Um,
the
no, you can go.
there you go, you go.
Okay. Well, what I was gonna say is that with the Below Zero release, I like I do have my gripes about it, but I think one of the things was that
Hmm.
it tried a little much to be more story oriented, whereas the first game you played as that silent protagonist, you had a lot more of a fear factor because of the scary unknown of the ocean. And for all the
Hmm.
jam-packed areas underwater, it makes me think that in the
Hmm.
first game, or at least I'm taking a guess, but as what I'm thinking is that the developers thought that it was too open, too uninhabited, and then they just threw a bunch of random shit everywhere.
Hmm.
Or like where the Shadow Leviathan
Yeah.
is in the Crystal Cache, it's too jam packed with all these
Hmm.
crystals, and there's too many small areas for the player to get in to be even scared of the damn thing.
Yeah.
Um, and I just don't think it packs the same intense feeling like the Reaper Leviathan did. I would say
Yeah.
that the Reaper Leviathan probably a more jam packed thing because number one, you didn't know where it was gonna be, and
Hmm.
due to that, when you did get caught lacking, I think it was pretty much a wrap off rip. Like it was, I mean,
Yeah.
dude grabbed your
It's all
sea
you
moth,
lessons.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's I mean, to this day, I get scared
Uh,
shitless because of that damn roar. It's not fun to hear that.
hmm.
Even hearing the
Hmm.
PDA lady go, multiple Leviathan
Hmm.
class life forms detected in this region. Are you sure whatever you're doing is worth it? Dude, that makes me piss myself because I know in that area there's I think one
Yeah.
warper and like two or three Leviathans. Uh
Hmm.
Fuck
Yeah.
that. Fuck that. You know, Going down to the Sea Treader's path and finding the Ghost Leviathan down there. Dog, the thing with the first game's
Hmm.
Leviathans is that they're just scary. All right, they're scary. All right,
Hmm.
I've killed a bunch of them. I've killed I've killed
Hmm.
so many Reapers, so many Ghost Leviathans. I've killed the Sea Dragon Leviathan, and yet out of all of
Yeah.
them, the Sea Dragon Leviathan is probably the least scary in my opinion.
Yeah. Um.
I think it's the part where, at least with the Ghost Leviathan, I think it's just the fact that it charges you and it's so
Mhm.
translucent and it looks at you very like, like how a hammerhead shark would kind of thing. It's that thing's terrifying, dog.
I think developers try to go in more of like how in the first game you said that there was it was more like a not a jump scare, but there was more of a how do I put it? It was more of just like the fear of the unknown, and that um there might be stuff down there that could kill you, and there was stuff that could kill you. But in
Right.
here, it's more of the fear of not seeing your sister again, having this alien stuck in your head, and you get more of like a personal connection with Alan and the main character, or and the main girl, and then it just I think it makes you feel more every time something happens to them, or after every call or every interaction they have, you get more and more into it, and I think that makes you more scared that something might happen to them. Well, that's how I felt. I don't know how you felt, but that's how I felt. That the more and more that I got into the story, that I felt a little bit like more and more connected to them
So you
instead of
felt
the first game. The first game was just about survive, don't die, and everything trying to kill you. I
right.
think that was the
Okay, so you
the
you
main
felt
like I think that was the main difference
right. So
in
you felt
between the
attached to Alan
games. But I still do like Subnautica Below Zero.
for sure. Um so you believe that they're part of the same, part of the same world, whatever, but you believe that it's two different stories they try to portray, so it's meant for two different kinds of audiences.
Okay, there I'm back.
Okay, sorry. Okay, let me repeat that. So what you're saying is that you believe that it's a part of the same world and everything, but it's two different
Yeah.
stories, it's two different genres, therefore it portrays to do two different audiences.
Hmm.
So that okay,
Yeah.
because that yeah that would make a little bit more sense. Okay, I can see that for sure. Yeah, I think yeah, saying that it portrays to two different audiences might make a little more sense because I would say for the whole
Hmm.
surviving aspect and for the fear factor, I would definitely play the first game. Below Zero, I would say is probably more of like a sightseeing game and more story based because I noticed too, I don't know if it was the community who pushed them to do this, but I noticed a lot of recipes, especially in the second game, were like
Hmm.
really really easy to get, whereas in the first title it was pretty damn hard. Or
Oh yeah.
I think the only, I would say, recipe that was actually harder to make was probably batteries, because you didn't have like a
Hmm.
million acid mushrooms and a bunch of copper. It was like you had to get those oh damn, I forget what they're called, but you had to get those
They're
electricity plants.
ribbon.
Right,
Oh
yes, the
yeah, the
ribbon.
real.
And so I
Yeah.
think that was probably the only harder one, because I don't know, I could be wrong, but I don't think those regrew. And
Hmm.
that was a bit annoying because every single time you wanted to make a battery, then you had to keep swimming out farther and farther to find more ribbon
Hmm.
plants, and eventually I found myself going like, shit, man, like I don't know, 140, 150 meters down just to go grab those ribbon plants down there, which I mean, it's not a big deal because
Hmm.
they still have those stupid oxygen plants, but like, I don't want to go down all the way
Yeah.
down there to grab two ribbon plants to make a battery or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
but other than that, I think everything was pretty much just either easier to make, if not on par. Um, I would
Hmm.
say the only difficult area that I found uh in the game that was probably like terrifying was when you actually
Hmm.
get on the ice and you have to ride around in the oh man, what's it called? The snow fox or something like that. Um
Yeah.
yeah, I don't I did not enjoy that cuz number 1, I didn't know the path
Hmm.
to actually progress, but number 2, I kept getting just absolutely assaulted by those damn worms, man. They hated my ass. Uh Man, fuck those things. Uh but
Yeah, they suck.
I mean, like, I haven't really found many like scary creatures besides that. I don't know about you. Maybe it's just me, but Shadow Leviathan is just, it's not scary, man. It pukes up
Mhm.
some kind of acid from its stomach on you, which is a little weird, but it's, I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. I get it. They're trying to be sci-fi, super creepy, whatever. But there's nothing creepier than this
Hmm.
loud ass roar and a dude coming with 4 claws to smash the shit out of your ship. All right, there's nothing, dog. I
Yeah.
mean, physical damage is a lot scarier than like a dude chasing after me with blood all over him with a chainsaw is gonna be a lot scarier than some fucking wizard casting abracadabra on me.
Yeah.
But but I digress. It's still a decent game. I still enjoyed it. The exploring, parts of like that exploded ship and everything. It was still fun.
Hmm.
The tidbits of lore I found were really nice. Getting just to explore all those areas um that were like abandoned in a heartbeat kind of thing. I really
Hmm.
liked that. Or especially those places like the Frozen Leviathan. but I could
Oh
not.
yeah.
I don't know. I liked it because you didn't get to experience that much in the first game. The only thing that there was of that
Mhm.
was probably the aurora, but even then, it's like or the life pods, but it's like those aren't really all those nice little tidbits of lore. It's like you don't feel any humanity in it, I guess. You can't see someone sitting
Yeah.
in that upside down pod or sitting in a dorm room
Mm.
on or fixing something in the Seamoth Bay in the first game. You can't, or at least I couldn't, but excuse
Mhm.
me, but seeing like Sam's old bed or whatever and that scientific whatever, the research place, it was
Mhm.
it's cool just to kind of see it and I guess think about, why they left, when they did it, right? You get all those PDAs.
Yeah.
It feels human. And I like that because they try to make it a
Mhm.
little bit more personal and and attract some kind of attention to the, sister relationship, sisters, the genius, whatever. Um
Mhm.
but still at least from a gameplay standpoint, it was a little weird cuz the thing I think I liked the most about the original game was that you had to progress to different areas and the only way you could is if you had stuff from the previous area, which was cool. Um but a lot of times people would be afraid to go into those new areas.
Yeah.
They were afraid to do that because, it's the fear of the ocean thing. So, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
get it and I still find that very cool. Um because I mean, it affects me to this day still. I can
Mhm.
barely go around the bottom side of the front of the Aurora because I don't want Mister Grabby Grabby to fuck my shit
Mhm.
up. It's not happening. So, I don't know. That's me personally, but I can get behind why somebody
Mhm.
would prefer Below Zero over the first game.
Yeah. Okay. Uh. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to when you said the stuff was a lot easy, like some of the uh recipes.
Right.
I I am actually going through a little playthrough right now. Um and I am going around just exploring and I'm starting a new world. I just started about 10, 20 minutes ago and I've already found.
Oh, and he's gone again, ladies and gentlemen. That's fantastic. I will now wait in here for him to come back. I do apologize for that delay.
Yeah. To get close to even grinding them, I had to get all these different. I had to get Seamoth. I had to get Cyclops. I had to get all this stuff just to go deep enough to get it. And now I can basically swim there, which I think it kind of helps. I think, but it takes away from the gameplay of you grinding for materials. You're on your own. You're not like it that kind of takes away the stakes of it.
Right.
And also when you get the yeah.
But yeah, I do know what you mean though. One thing that I will say is when I originally tried to find Margaret's base down in I
Mhm.
forget what it's called, but it's right above the crystal cache. But I remember when I was first trying to find it after she told me to not go find her because that's what nice people do. Um, I couldn't
Oh yeah.
find it for shit. Like I was trying to enter this area and I was just totally fucking lost. And I had to like
Mhm.
pull up a YouTube video just to
Mhm.
actually do that, right? But that was like the
Yeah.
only time. That was the only time I ever had to pull up a YouTube video to find out, what to do, where to go, whatever. Whereas in the
Yeah.
first game, uh it was a mess. I had to look up videos on videos on videos just to figure out what the hell am I even supposed to be doing. Um
Oh yeah. Same.
and I guess that's the that mystery part of it rather than the story part is because it does
Mhm.
have a really great story, but it is more about the fear factor, more about the, you know, holy shit, I am a human on this planet entirely filled with
Mhm.
water, and by the end of it, you got to be going down what 1,400 meters just to meet the Sea Emperor. It's,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, it's a pain in the ass, you know, and it's uh it's hard to do, and I definitely needed a whole hell of a lot of help because dude, that game's fucking confusing. Okay, but I think once you know what
It
you're doing,
it was.
it's pretty damn
Hmm.
it's a pretty damn good game. Okay, I'll give it that,
It is.
but I mean, I do have to give them a little bit of slack because I don't think they really made major titles before. Because I do believe
Hmm.
that pretty much like the YouTube community kept the Subnautica um, game company up because if I do remember
Hmm.
correctly, um, Jacksepticeye made, I don't know if it was at the full release of Subnautica or if it was at the below zero release or something, but I remember he basically, to just skim it down, he got a letter from the team and said like they were
Hmm.
close to going out of business a couple times if it wasn't for all the YouTubers
Yeah.
recording it and putting it up on, and whatever. So I
Hmm.
think, I'm gonna cut them a little bit of slack there, when it comes to the story and whatnot. Um,
Hmm.
just because I think it would be unfair to like ridicule a team that almost went out of business a million times to say like, "Oh man, your story
Yeah.
wasn't the best. Oh, you could have done better." Blah blah blah. But they
Yeah.
definitely tried and they definitely succeeded. They were really good, but I uh, I think that it was definitely not story oriented. It was definitely just more of the mysterious factor that played in. And if you
Hmm.
weren't a little bitch of the ocean, um, you still had no idea what the fuck you were doing. You didn't know where to go. You know,
Uh,
I mean, trying to find the path and the way to,
mhm.
bringing um, your Cyclops all the way down to the Lost River and trying to, use your prawn suit, get in the inactive lava zone and the active lava zone and get
Yeah.
all the way over to that, uh, the Sea Emperor's, um, prison, I would say. It's,
Yeah.
you would not know how to do that unless YouTube existed because holy shit, dog. Like, not even just that, but having to get all those upgrades and death modules and whatever. You get the point. But the point is,
Hmm.
besides that, is that it was a good game that pretty much came from nothing or nowhere, and I think they actually tried with Below Zero to make something
Hmm.
story wise out of it, and it wasn't a
Yeah.
bad attempt. It just probably wasn't the best that they
Not
could
at
do.
all. Hmm.
Well, anyways, I actually really quickly, I'm gonna go get my food because I forgot I ordered. But yeah, I have some food at the door. I'm gonna go grab that so you keep them entertained. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna start spitting out some Subnautica fun facts. Um, your player is like somewhat indestructible, as in the fact of you can swim deeper than your metal, like not companions, but the stuff you like drive underwater. Um, so it's kind of weird to think that your player can be bitten but can't survive a little bit of your player can be bitten and die, but can survive like 1,400 pounds of pressure. Like it's just crazy. Another fun fact: Subnautica is in real life. Um, but until Trace comes back, I'm gonna start like kind of narrating what I'm doing in the game. Right now, I'm trying to get to one of the precursor areas to help Alan get his body back. Um, I just got the sea truck, and I'm driving my way. I'm about 1,000 meters away. so pretty close. I need to repair my C truck again. I'm also liking how you can not trails, but uh, like additional rails, not rail. What are they called?
All right, I'm back.
The little things on the back. Okay, Trace. What are the things on the back of the C truck called? Like where you can attach them?
The truck compartments.
Oh, yes, yes, yeah.
What
Little
about them?
truck compartments. Yeah. I'm trying to get some right now, but I'm getting some precursors. So going to some of the precursor areas to help Alan get his body back.
You know what? Alan, here's the real conversation. Alan's a stingy asshole. Okay.
I I think he is, but I think we're judging him based on our norms, like human norms, and then that's not what he like. We have been taught, like, well, most of humans have been taught to be nice, be kind, help out one another. But Alan's um like community and population and like forgetting this word, like their
The
species,
precursors.
yeah, the precursors probably more than likely don't have the same amount of like they haven't been taught the same stuff to their children. They think different ways. They do different things. So in his community, in his for the precursors, he's probably being relatively chill. But for us, he is for our norms, he's not.
Well, that's the thing.
So I think
Do they even have children? Because last I checked, they're they're a collective network of
yeah.
bodies. So I wonder if they have like precursor children.
Uh, hmm.
I would
They
probably
probably
say
have a.
I would probably say no, but
They
that's
probably
just
don't have
me.
children. They probably don't have children, but they probably have like a hierarchy, like a king precursor, sucky butt
Maybe.
tickler fucker precursor. Um, like it just.
That's interesting.
I think it just depends on.
That's interesting. Um because Alan, I don't know if he was kicked out of his collective network or whatever because
Mm,
he let the virus spread, or
yeah.
um or if they all just died and he just like said fuck him we ball, like he just ignored it. But I'm not sure. But the
Yeah.
hierarchy thing, that's good to think about, but also, I mean, he says it's a collective network, so I'm thinking it's just
Hmm.
totally equal.
Yeah.
um Sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, but I guess also, I do want to go back on what you said about how we were, as humans, taught, blah blah blah, right from wrong, sarcasm, blah blah blah,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
Alan wasn't. And I think,
Hmm.
it could be that Alan could be right
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
Alan's the more advanced species. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? If the dude has been crossbred with, like, thousands of different species to make, excuse me,
Hmm.
his um to make his species, then who are we to say that he's not right or he's inferior or whatever?
Yeah. That makes sense. Uh, I
So
think Alan just thinks more logically, and then the main character thinks of more like with their heart instead of her mind. Like that, Alan's thinking of like what's the best option, and then like to ensure survival for me. But then the main character is probably thinking, what's the best option so we don't get hurt or
Right.
both of us survive.
So, once again, yeah, could be technically selfish, but doesn't mean he's wrong. So, what I'm thinking is that, once again, Alan is a selfish prick, but he's, I don't know. You know, you go to the precursor world
Mm-hmm.
together,
Mm-hmm.
so it's clear he's not totally selfish and they have developed a bond.
Yeah.
But what the fuck are they gonna do there?
Yeah. She probably will get killed because they don't know what she is. I mean, they probably know what she is, but they don't,
Well, the
like,
precursors are dead.
oh, I forgot all about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big key factor, right?
My bad. I had a blank right there. I just got it to where I can come on land, so kind of chilling about that. No pun intended. Below zero chill. Um,
But I
but
think,
they're
you can go, you can go.
yeah. You go. I don't even know what I was gonna say.
No, you go.
I forgot about it.
No, you hang up first. Um, but yeah, so the precursors are dead. So you know, I mean, are they gonna try to rebuild the precursors? Like, technically speaking, I think you can just rebuild them. I don't think they
Yeah,
just
that's what they.
die because it's a collective network,
If
and
if they do have, I think yeah, Alan would be dead if it was a collective network. I know he was uploaded to that thing, but there still probably is another network in case anything goes wrong. I think a species advance wouldn't leave a backup plan. So I am thinking on the higher.
oh, and he's gone again, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very unfortunate series of events, but he'll be back in about 3 seconds. In three, two, one, action. He's not back yet. Shit.
Okay,
There he is.
my bad. Okay. Um, I think there is a hierarchy in this. Might fall into the role of like in some movies I've seen, like the rich can like freeze their bodies or upload their minds to other people. So maybe that's what the if there's a hierarchy, maybe all the nobles and all the kings and
So you think it's
all the
like saved up on a like a backup hard drive or some shit?
yeah, 100%.
So you're so your hypothesis is that they're all just like in a cloud waiting to be respawned.
Yeah, bro. They're just all like waiting to hit that respawn button. They just want Alan to clutch up.
Okay, right.
But
So
I think, mm,
what do you think?
uh, I don't know what I'm thinking right now. Probably food. I'm a fat shit, but like, mm, oh, still, but just find some snow fox fragments. Um, another thing with the snow fox. Another thing with the snow fox, I think it's a little bit overrated.
Right. I totally agree.
Uh, Personally, I think we could live without the snow fox. I think the snow fox, it's never really. Yeah, it's okay. It helps you, sure, but it never really does anything too important like any of the sea things, any of the sea
It's just
traveling.
crazy that we have all these vehicles for water. The whole most of the game is underwater. It's nice, it's peachy,
Hmm.
whatever. Okay?
Hmm.
But I think what baffles me is that as humans, you know, we are more I don't know how to put this. We are better at walking and making transportation on solid ground
Oh,
rather than,
100%.
you know, water or whatever. But I don't know what the hell these game devs did, but they somehow made the only vehicle of transportation on land suck hot ass. I don't know what they did,
Oh,
but it's
honestly,
it's so
they
hard to
should have
turn.
just. I think they should have just made everything stay underwater and then do what they do in the original Subnautica. I think that what they did was really smart, where they the only parts where you're on land is either underwater.
And he's gone again, just like that, ladies and gentlemen. I guess he too went underwater. He's back.
Okay.
So you were saying that they should have kept everything underwater?
Yeah, I think they. I like what they did in the first game. I like how they explored and to see what would work and not. But I just don't think a large part of the game being above water and you finding a base and it being I like how it's ice based. I think they should have kept the icebergs and stuff because that adds a little bit more fear that if you're like really below water, like you don't have the and you hit iceberg, you're fucked. I mean, you don't really. I think that kind of helps makes it a little scarier. But I think they should have made like the ice stuff like not climbable,
Right.
or like not just there.
But then we wouldn't have the adorable penguin on the loading screen.
We wouldn't. But I think it's an alien planet. I mean, why not just let the penguins by themselves do it, or just the penguins by themselves, like be penguins?
Bro, them penguins was hella poggers until you accidentally attack one.
I know, bro. You hold one of their babies, bro. Lights out.
Chuck it in the ocean like in Mario 64. I'm telling you, it's
To
the only
violate a
way.
baby penguin for no reason.
Dude, the ice worms though, they're
Hmm.
so fucking annoying and they're so hard to deal with.
They are.
Um, Especially when the only way to move around on the ice is in that garbage compactor of a fucking vehicle. Like, I'm fairly certain if instead of the snow fox, you gave
Hmm.
you gave the player just fucking banana peels, I think it would be a better mode of
This is just a
transportation.
scooter. Oh, that would have been funny. They just give you banana pills. You can just slip on like a cartoon. Oh my god, that would have been
We should
hilarious.
make the sound too.
Oh my god, that would have
Yep.
been good. I think maybe they should give you given you a. Let's see, what could they have rather given you than that horrendous
Literally anything would have
horrendous
worked.
bike?
Like it could have been like a fucking go kart from Mario Kart, and that would have been better.
I think maybe they could have just given us like a they could have just given us a regular motorcycle and just made it like that. Or let's see, what else they could they, you know what would have been cool? A four wheeler, really sick.
Yeah,
Driving that across.
I would have loved some kind of four wheeler. It would have been so much easier to drive too. And then hell, in the passenger you could have put like a penguin. Like who doesn't want that? Excuse me. But I don't know. I mean, there was no mode for transportation on land, at least in the first game, but it was okay because the
Yeah.
islands were not relatively big in that first game. They were big enough
Hmm.
to where it was very explorable. There was lots of materials littered everywhere.
Hmm.
Um, but it was
Yes.
it was full of stuff to where you didn't need a mode of transportation. All you needed were your legs. And I
Mhm.
liked that because
Mhm.
they did with the islands what they did underwater in the second game. And
Mhm.
I think it was really cool because here's the thing, is that I believe that oh, I just hit my mic. I'm smart, but I believe that whenever you're swimming around and stuff in the deep dark deep down,
Mhm.
it's a lot more difficult, I'd say, to I don't know, just to kind of explore those creeps and crevices because there wasn't a whole lot of them in the first
Mhm.
game that you couldn't access, without your sea moth. But,
Mhm.
in this game, there's a whole bunch of places that I just can't access or like don't want to go in or whatever without my sea truck, and it's kind of annoying. Very, very
Yeah.
jam packed with stuff, just not the best spots.
Yeah. I can agree with you with that. I think I like the biodiversity, like the how. Let's see. There's a lot more, I guess, things, plants, um, animals. I guess I think I like that about that. It shows you more parts of the planet. I think,
That's fair.
and I like how they added more. What is it? I have one on me right now. Mineral detector. I love that. It's without needing a scanner room, which they also give you, but without needing a scanner room, like a whole base just to find one thing. I think that's like amazing that they just gave you that.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest, I did not use the scanner room in the first game, and if I did, I just kind of built it to have it. But
Yeah.
oh, hold on, I dropped something. I don't know where it went, so it's gone forever. Um,
Clumsy asshole.
so I remember having to need to find, I forget what it was, but I know I needed to find some kind of mineral in the second game,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
I'm so glad I had that mineral detector because it, and then with one little quick Google search as to like what area things could possibly be in, like
Mhm.
what mineral grows in this area, kind of thing.
Mhm.
It helps to find stuff a lot, and
Mhm.
I am glad that they had that because it was a lot easier than taking a half an hour to an hour to build that stupid scanner room just to never use it again.
I know you need like one mineral, and then dude, I was such an idiot. One playthrough, I was in Subnautica, and I was looking for one more mineral for the scanner room. I think it was like copper, gold, or something, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I built the scanner room, and I used the only copper or gold I had in the scanner room. So I needed an all new one, and it was not a fun time.
You know what they missed out in the second game?
What?
Cuttlefish.
Oh my god, yes. I wish I correct me if I'm mistaken, but you can't have like pets in this game, right?
Oh, I think he's gone. Oh, he's back.
Okay.
No, I don't believe you have well, I mean, I think you can have well, maybe. I'm not too sure. I didn't have one.
The I think the snow stalker would have probably been like an elite pet if you were allowed to have one.
Exactly.
Also, like, the snow stalker. I wish you could ride that. That would be sick. Like riding that instead of the shitty
Snow fox. Exactly. That's
yeah,
perfect. You tame it with like peepers or some bullshit, like how you would with a stalker.
yeah, like
Perfect.
that would be sick.
They should have done something like that because I remember it wasn't even just me too. Um, it's very difficult to figure out how to get the fur off those
Mhm.
things, and everybody's first
Mhm.
reaction is to what? Kill them.
Mhm.
Apparently,
Yeah.
that is not what you do. And so now you're getting harassed by a giant fucking ice worm while also trying to get that fur off that snow stalker dog. That shit's terrible. They don't make these things clear. But yeah, it's very
My
convoluted.
my apologies, everyone. My internet is horrible. It's especially horrible right now because my grandma's trying to watch her football game, and my grandpa is probably doing some weird shit in his room. So
Wow,
don't question it. Just
he played the grandparents'
my
card,
apologies.
folks. He said it's his
My grandparents
grandpa's
always
fault.
doing it, bro. Bro, it is, bro. I blame
Bro, grandpa got them Playboy magazines from 1948.
it. The original Playboy.
The original. Like the very first.
Man, he saw Play Baby, bro.
He's so play
My man was
baby.
there when Playboy was out the womb.
He's like, God damn it. He's like looking at all these old magazines. Bro, what's your grandma's name? He's gone again, folks. Good lord, he got sent to the Shadow Realm again. It's fine. He'll be back in just a few seconds, and then I can make a corny joke. Just give him 1 second. All right, so Jack, what's your grandma's name?
My grandma's name is Becky.
So your grandpa's just flipping through these Playboys, like, I remember when Becky looked like this.
Bro.
Nah, but it's crazy too. Like when I go and look at like old pictures of my grandparents,
Hmm.
the shit's crazy because you're like, dude, what the fuck did my parents do to them to make them look like how they do now?
I know, bro. Like, what did my mom do? My grandpa was a stud.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
My grandpa would pull you and your girl, bro. Like he was that good looking. Like he was like that.
Is that on? Is
But
that
now
is that on Kizzy
that's on Kizzy.
and Glizzy?
That's on Kizzy, no Glizzy. Or that's so bad.
Jesus.
Snow, Snowwalker's coming. Put me in there. It's gonna be cornered.
What is the most annoying thing you found about Subnautica? Just any
Uh
part of the game, any first or second doesn't matter.
oh, getting like a resource, like finding like a fuck ton of resource and then using it all, and then you need it again and not finding it everywhere, or finding too much of a resource and then not finding it anywhere after. Like it's so annoying.
I get that. I'm gonna spin it off a little bit and say the most annoying thing was sort of the same thing, but it's when you need a material to build something, right? Or like
Hmm.
you're finally able to go on a trip
Hmm.
to the deep dark deep down,
Yeah.
and you just need that one more material to make that one last thing, and
Hmm.
you'll say you need like uh 4 rubies, and then you have
Yeah.
3.
Hmm.
And now you gotta go
Oh my
all the
god.
way back over to what was it, LifePod 19, 18, something like that. And you gotta
Yeah.
go on a fucking Ruby trip. I had to do that a lot um when I first played it, but I remembered that
Hmm.
um the gun island has a shitload of lithium, gold, and diamond. And so I just stocked
Oh
up
yeah.
way beforehand, so I didn't need anything ever.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, I hate being one or two short because like if it's like titanium or copper,
Hmm.
whatever, who
Hmm.
gives a shit? But then when I gotta
Yeah.
go out of my way to travel 300 meters somewhere and then 200 meters, I mean,
Hmm.
kiss my ass. Like, fuck that. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I mean, it's cool because at least we know where these materials are. You know what I'm saying? There's specific areas
Yeah.
for specific things. But regardless, it's like I don't want to do all that bullshit. Um, I do, however, actually, what I want to ask right now is, what is your favorite biome? Oh, he's gone again. Damn it! Sent to the Shadow Realm a billionth time this fucking podcast. Jesus, he'll be back in a second. All right, and he's back. Okay, so what I want to ask you,
Okay.
Jack, is what is your favorite biome in all of Subnautica?
First, second, like both. What?
Just what, like, I mean, if you want to do a top three favorite biome list,
Oh,
then
okay.
you
I
can
can
do that.
knock that out. Okay. Top three. For the first Subnautica. Number one is probably going to be the huge mushroom biome. Like,
The mushroom forest.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That. Oh my God. That elite. Because for the sole reason that you can get like hella Cyclops pieces over there.
That's true.
Yeah. Um. Also, I just like how it looks, and also there's a Reaper nearby. So if you want to like kill a Reaper for the first time,
Or shit your pants.
um, oh yeah, no, that's also an option. Um, that's pretty good spot. Let's see. I'd say I forgot the biome's name, but the biome where the Ghost Leviathan hung out.
The Lost River.
Yeah, Lost River is pretty dope because you got like hella lithium, or no, did you get nickel or lithium there?
It was nickel.
Nickel, right?
Yeah, it was nickel, uh, uranium, and I think you could sneak in like some rubies here and there.
Yeah. Okay. So I think, yeah, I like that because lithium and nickel are pretty good resources. Um, rubies and it's okay. I mean, they're okay. Um, let's see. And then my number one would probably have to be the deep the down, the deepest place.
The deepest place. So, are you
The
talking
deep down, deep dark or something. I can't pronounce it. I can't say
the
it.
deep dark deep down?
Deep, dark, deep down. Yes. Where the,
Is it? I'm trying to think here.
yeah,
Are you
it's,
talking about the Sea Emperor's prison?
no, I haven't played a game in a fat minute. Um, it's the active lava zone
The active
where
lava zone,
the,
right?
yeah,
So I believe that place has like two sea dragon leviathans and like two warpers.
yeah, that's, I think
What?
that's my favorite.
Why is that your favorite place? Is it aesthetically, or is it?
I aesthetically, and I like just fucking with the sea dragon,
I remember the first time I encountered one, I
sea emperor.
accidentally I rode it like a rodeo bull, like like it was
Oh my
a
god.
I was on top of his head with the grapple arm. I audibly said "yeehaw" and died.
Oh my.
It was very nice. Excuse me. Okay. And now I gotta ask, what is your favorite biome? It can be from any game, first or second. Just what is your favorite biome of all time?
Mm, what? Okay. I've seen playthroughs of the uh, second for the Subnautica 2, but I haven't seen I haven't experienced it all. So there but I haven't really experienced many real biomes besides the base ones. And I mean that's really it, the one you spawn in, the coral reef.
Oh,
But like
what's it called? The safe shallows? The where you spawn at?
yeah,
That's fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
That's the only where I've gone. So I can't really base anything off the second game, but in the first game, 100% it's the um deep down, dark, down deep.
Deep dark, deep down.
You know what I mean?
So, is your favorite the
You know
active
what I
lava
mean?
zone, or is it
Active, yeah.
okay? Okay, so I think if I did a top three, I'm gonna say number three is probably going to be. I'm gonna say the Sea Treader's Path.
Hmm.
Number one because they dig up materials for you. Their feces can be
Oh yeah.
used for the uh bioreactor. And
Hmm.
also they just look cool as fuck. Um, I think there's a ghost leviathan around there somewhere. He's kind of an asshole,
Hmm.
so you don't really go near him. But that's, I believe, like really under the um the Degassi Island. That it's like way under there. So they're pretty cool. I fuck with them. Ghost Leviathan, not so much.
Yeah, they're dope.
I think second place though, I'm gonna say the Blood Kelp Forest because it is scary as shit. Okay, going into
Actually,
the
yeah, I'm gonna change my third answer from the what was my number three? Whatever my number three was, I'm changing it to the blood kill. Um, Only for the reason is because I got to make a. I get me and my friend did a playthrough stream, and I kept stabbing them, and he kept saying I was stabbing his heart. For some reason, it made me die. So
okay,
that's why I like it. Just the memories.
that's fair. Um, but I do like the Blood Kelp Forest because it's scary as shit. You get really good materials out of there with that blood kelp. All right, you can make your own farm or
Mhm.
whatever.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
those what's it called? Those crab squids,
Oh
fucking
my god.
awesome. All right, those are
Yeah,
that
crab
is
skids are my
one of
favorite.
yeah exactly one of the easily one of the best enemies in any game. Like it is, I mean, it is fucking awesome. They sound super cool. They look super cool. They
Mhm.
do super cool shit. You know,
I
like a
know.
dude's big brain literally causes EMP that is fucking fire. All right, their
I know.
lore is excellent. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hmm.
on top. Absolutely great, A. So I'm not even, you know what I'm saying, like that they're just cool as shit. You know, I'll let them kill me. Fuck it.
Hmm.
You know, they deserved it.
No,
Um
they worked for it.
But yeah, I would say the blood kelp for sure. Number two, they're pretty cool. And then I think to go with my favorite place,
Hmm.
that one shit. I don't know if it's the Grand Reef or the Sparse Reef, but it's the one with the.
Please inform me on the Spurs Reef.
I don't
I
remember which
probably
one is which, but I remember one of them, which I believe the
the
Grand
group.
Reef is the one I'm about to say, is the one with the giant blue orbs just everywhere. And then the Sparse Reef is the um is the one that's below the front of the Aurora with all those electricity buds and assholes that fuck your
I
shit
hate those
up.
guys. They
Um
look insanely cool, but they just are not friends.
Facts. But I do like the Grand Reef because of that one Degassi base down there.
Oh yeah.
It's really nice, but there's also actually, you know what? Instead of the Grand Reef, I'm gonna say, instead of that, I would probably say, um, the oh damn, what is it called? The oh fuck, the floating islands. That's what they're called.
Oh,
I
those are sneaky.
Yeah, I really love the floating islands just because of the amount of prawn parts that you can get, the bone sharks you can fuck with,
Hmm.
and the
I always get uh, I always get my prawn suit and stuff from the Aurora. I always get it like the parts.
I mean, or at least what I mean by that is the arms, the grappling hook, and the drill.
Oh yeah, the extensions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
And uh, and so I think that they're, I don't know, I think they're just, it's a lot nicer, and the floating islands was a really cool concept because
Hmm.
you already had those floaters, and then you had those super big floaters hold up the Degassi Island, but then
Hmm.
you also have the floating islands, and I liked it because it was just a nice little variety of height and size of the little islands, all with each individual things,
Hmm.
and it was really cool. And and if you like manage to get in there with a laser cutter at the wreckage, you get
Hmm.
some pretty nice shit. So I like that place too. I would say the jelly shroom caves are a nice place, but it would only really be aesthetically. Because you can't really move around a lot in there without those fucking snakes, man. Because they'll eat you. But you know, like I said, aesthetically, it's nice. It's fine. It's cool.
Yeah,
But
and you got some magnetite from there, so
yeah, that's true. Lots of magnetite. But I think the jelly shrimp, or excuse me, the floating islands are just a lot better because you can actually go around and explore the area without I mean, yeah,
yeah, you got to
there's still a cautious approach because of the bone sharks, but they're babies, they're not gonna do shit.
yeah, bone sharks. If it's not a reaper, I'm chilling.
Yeah, as long as it's not a reaper, fuck them. But honestly, I think that's gonna wrap things up for today's episode. We had a very eventful talk about Subnautica. It was I don't know, it was really nice. I'm glad I got to ramble on for some stupid shit for a while because that was pretty fun. I I definitely think that this was pretty eventful, or at least I enjoyed it. Hopefully you did too.
I enjoyed it.
Um, hopefully anybody who's still watching, I hope you enjoyed it too. I appreciate you sticking around to the end. Um,
Hmm.
but anything else you want to say, Jack, before we close it out here?
Um, I just Subnautica, 1 and 2 are both great games. Oh my god. Um, and I think that's just they're sick, and that's on Kizzy.
No glizzy. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching. Uh, please let me know if you want me to do this again. Like the video, comment, say it. Doesn't matter. Just let me know if you want me to do this again. I'm absolutely down for that. But thank you for tuning in to the Deck of Cards podcast, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.